Welcome to the eighth and final module in our series on constrained optimization. This discusses an economic interpretation of duality and shadow pricing. We've seen over the last 7 modules that duality as applied to optimization is a pretty complex topic. And one way that we can compare the primal and dual optimization problems as well as the solutions that they yield employs an economic interpretation. In that interpretation, we can imagine the primal problem as a resource allocation problem. How can we optimally allocate resources to generate the most beneficial output? If we look back at the example from the previous module, the primal formulation was asking us to determine how we can use energy and manpower optimally in order to generate some mix of product X1 and product X2. The dual problem, it may be visualized as a resource valuation problem. How to optimally determine the value, or shadow price, of those resources to generate the most beneficial output. Now, this comparison still applies to problems with no obvious monetary or economic component, but fortunately the example that we presented in module number 7 has a pretty obvious economic component, which will make this conversation a little bit easier.